Marketing. It is literally all around us all the time. But do we really get what it is? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and get to the real core of marketing. And I think you'll be surprised to find out that it's way less about those flashy ads and a lot more about, well, genuine human connection.
So let's just be honest for a second. When I say the word marketing, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of people, right, it's that annoying ad you can't skip, or maybe junk mail, or that salesperson who calls right when you're sitting down for dinner. It usually feels like an interruption. But is that really all there is to it? Is marketing's only job to just sell us stuff?
And this captures it perfectly. On the left, you've got that old school view. Marketing is just about pushing products, getting stuff off the shelf. But then look at the image on the right. That is where real effective marketing is today. It's about building a community, creating a connection, focusing on a feeling and a shared experience. Totally different vibe.
Okay, so let's totally reframe how we're thinking about this. We're going to move way past that old idea of just telling and selling and really dig into what marketing truly means now. This right here, this definition is the key to everything. Just look at the phrases. Create value, build relationships, and capture value in return. See, it's not a one-way street, it's not a monologue, it's a dialogue. And if there's one thing you take away, it's this. It all starts with giving value, not taking it. So here's our game plan. We've started with this new perspective. Next, we're diving into the absolute foundation of it all, the customer. Then we're going to walk through the 5-step process that makes it all happen, focusing on relationships and, you guessed it, that mutual exchange of value. It sounds so obvious, right? You can't create value for someone if you don't get them. But you'd be shocked how many companies get this wrong. This is, without a doubt, the most critical part of the entire marketing process. Everything builds on this. So to really understand customers, we have to get inside their heads. We have to see how they think. It's not enough to know what they buy, you have to know why they buy it. And that why is broken down beautifully into these 3 concepts. And this table just lays it out so clearly. A need is basic, it's fundamental. Like, I'm hungry, I need food. A want is how our personality and our culture shape that need. So suddenly it's not just I need food, it's I want a Chipotle burrito. And then demand, that's the magic moment. That's when you have the desire and the money to buy it. That is the sweet spot. And Chipotle is just the perfect example of this in action. They didn't create your need to eat. That's already there. Their marketing genius is in understanding that need and then convincing you that their burrito is the absolute best, most delicious way to solve it. They transform your general need for food into a very specific want for them. Okay, so a company understands what you want and they know you can afford it. Now what? Well, they have to come up with the solution. And in the world of marketing, we call that the market offering. But as you're about to see, it is so much more than just a thing in a box. Let's use coffee to explain this. Think about these coffee beans. By themselves, they're just a commodity. They can meet a very basic need for caffeine, sure, but that's about it. But this is a market offering. See, it's not just about the coffee anymore. It's the convenience, it's the friendly barista who knows your name, it's the smell of the shop, the comfy chairs. The product, the coffee beans, has been combined with all these services to create an entire experience, and that satisfies your want on a way deeper level. That's the power of a great market offering.
All right, so we get the customer, we get what an offering is. Now let's tie it all together with a simple 5-step model that companies use to make this magic happen.
This is the blueprint. It's a journey, right? It starts with the customer and it ends with mutual value. And just look at the flow here. The first 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, and 4, are all about the company creating and delivering value to the customer. Only after all of that is done do they get to step 5, which is capturing value back. So step 1, we've got that down. That's all about needs, wants, and demands. Step 2 is strategy. A company can't be everything to everyone, so they have to choose who are our customers and how can we serve them best. Then in step 3, they make that strategy real. They build that integrated program that's turning the coffee beans into that whole cafe experience we just talked about. Now, a really huge part of that strategy is something called the value proposition. Basically, it's the company's promise to you. It's the clear, simple answer to your question, why should I buy from you and not your competitor? For a car brand like Volvo, the proposition is safety. For Domino's Pizza, it's speed. It's that one specific promise they make. And now we are getting to the absolute heart of modern marketing. It's not enough to just make a good product anymore. You have to build a real, lasting connection.
This is where the whole game changes. You know, it used to be enough to just satisfy a customer, to meet their expectations. But today, the best companies, they aim to delight them. They go above and beyond. That's how you create fans for life, not just a one-time buyer. It's all about engaging them and making them feel like they're part of your story. I love this image because it just says it all. All this work we've been talking about, understanding needs, building a strategy, creating that perfect offering, it is all about finding that perfect match. It's about aligning what your company is great at with what a specific group of people truly cares about. And when you find that match, the relationship just clicks.
And the legendary management guru Peter Drucker, well, he said it best. When you've done marketing the right way, when you truly deeply understand your customer, you don't need a hard sell. The product, the service, it's so perfectly designed for them that it just makes sense. It basically sells itself. And that brings us to the final step. This is the payoff. This is where the company gets to reap the rewards for all that amazing value they've created.
So here we are at step 5. And this isn't about some trick, right? It's the natural outcome of doing the first 4 steps really, really well. When you deliver incredible value and you build those strong relationships, customers are actually happy to give value back to you. And that value comes in a lot of different forms. It's not just the profit from one sale. No, it's their repeat business, their loyalty. It's the fact that they tell their friends about you. It all adds up to growing your market share. And the ultimate prize here is something called customer lifetime value, the idea that one happy, delighted customer can bring you profit for years and years to come. So, in the end, great marketing isn't about selling a plane ticket. It's about understanding that deep human need for adventure, for discovery, and then creating an entire experience that fulfills that desire perfectly. It's about building a relationship so that when you think adventure, you think of them. It is, at its heart, about creating and exchanging real value. So next time you choose one brand over another, just ask yourself, how is marketing shaping your experience?